What's up? Big Herc 916. Positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know we do it over here, man. Go to bigherc916.com, pick you up some merch, represent. Grab you a t-shirt, grab you a hat, grab you a bar soap, wash your ass, man. I know a lot of you guys have been supporting me for years. And maybe some of you guys haven't heard my story. I have my story on Fresh Out. I've had my story on Vice. So I'm gonna share this clip with you. And it tells a little bit about my story. Shout out to Vice for doing the clip. But this is why I do this, man. So that I can lace you guys up so that you can make better choices than what I did. I made a lot of mistakes. I'm not proud of it. I don't brag about it. I don't glorify it. If I did, I'd be 1 million subscribers right now. If I was doing prison commercials, I'd be the #1 channel on YouTube. But I try to teach life lessons and help you guys so you can win in the game of life, because there's already enough going on with all the distractions and bullshit. So somebody has to give you something positive, something real, so that you can avoid these pitfalls, man. Because I tell you, they got it set up like the Indiana Jones, man, and the gauntlet. They want you to fail, man. They don't want you to be a winner. I want you to be a winner. Check it out.
We decided to lay down the actual date. We planned a bank robbery. Went and got the fatigues for the wear in the bank. Went and picked up the straps, a 9mm and an M1 carbine rifle. And it was all lined up to go. Leading up to the bank robbery, the timing was impeccable because I was already looking for something bigger. I guess it appeared to be a decent amount of money for a take in one day, 50 grand a piece. So I figured getting this extra bit of money, I had a connection with some ecstasy. I had a plug out of town. I was gonna turn around and do a move and basically start moving that out of town. And my whole goal was to make like $1 million and then invest it. The morning of the bank robbery, I get in the car, hit the 101 from West LA and head to Thousand Oaks. I'm in the back seat. The agent, Raja's driving. Charlie's in the passenger seat. He's got a 9mm. I got the M1 carbine. And so we pull up to the bank. The bank had just opened. It was early. I jump out the car, pull the ski mask down, run into the bank with the M1 carbine. Ask anybody who robbed the bank, the adrenaline is, it's feel like your heart's gonna pop out through your ears. I told everybody, get the on the ground, lay the down. It's a bank robbery. People are scared to death. You're looking at the clock and you're thinking like, okay, how fast can I get in and get out of here? Charlie runs in behind me, starts shouting at the teller, give me the money, give me the money. And they don't move fast enough, so he hits one of the people upside the head with the back of the gun. He does that. I'm like, man, I look around, I'm like, this is all bad already, this is bad. As I look to my right, I see a sheriff in the corner of my eye with a raincoat and a shotgun. I'm like, oh shit, man, we're done. How the did he get here so quick? What are they doing here? And I seen that, I'm like, dude, let's get the up out of here. Come on, let's roll. We run outside the bank. I jump in the back seat. Charlie runs around, jumps in the front seat. He's got a bag full of money. We pull out, take the ski mask off. As we go to exit the bank, a cop is going this way. And as we pull out, they bump us, boom, right then, high-speed chase. So within a matter of a minute and 20 seconds, you had all this taking place. I'm like, it's over already? This is crazy. Why'd I even, man, you dumb motherfucker, why'd I even leave the house this morning with you dudes, man? That's what I was thinking to myself. I should have stayed my ass at home, man. We pull out. The cop's on our ass. Woo, we pull out. He speeds up. There's traffic and shit. It's morning traffic. We hit a corner. We pull up into this like parking lot area. The cop pulls in. He's got us cornered. We're facing him, he's facing us. He pulls out, opens the door, pulls his guns out. He tells us, get out the car, get out the car. We're sitting there. I'm like, damn, man, this ain't even, I'd never seen it play out like this in a movie. This ain't how shit plays out, it's not supposed to happen like this. So we're sitting there and Raja guns it. Pop! By this point, there's multiple cop cars on the streets. They're deep. They're on it, weaving in and out of traffic all through Thousand Oaks. He's speeding, he's bumping cars. I mean, it's crazy, man. He gets out of traffic, gets on the freeway. We're sitting there looking at each other like, man, it's a wrap, man. It's just a matter of time now. There's nowhere you can go. Helicopter, cops everywhere, just like you see on the damn news. Out of nowhere, you see the spike strip. Boom, we hit the spike strip. We didn't even see to avoid that. Boom, you hear tires, boop, 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 boop. Tires slapping the car. You roll like that for as long as you can, and then the car, you hear it just on rims now. He drives a little bit, and he's like, man, I'm just gonna hit the wall, you guys jump out. He slides, hits the brakes, and eventually comes to a stop by the center divider.
We hearing Marcus is on TV like OJ, getting, chased by the police. And then when they say, I'm like, for what? It's like, these fools robbed the bank.
I thought it was foolish he was going after a federal bank. And I tell him, I said, you crazy, dog. What we thinking?
You're like, man, shit. There's no way out of this stuff, man. We're hit. I jumped out the front passenger seat, over the center divider, ran across 5 lanes of traffic, shot up the overpass, ran across to the street onto the beach, and eventually they caught me on the boardwalk, officers with shotguns and automatic weapons, and they arrested me right there on the boardwalk.
Watching that video footage was crazy. I'm like, he done lost his damn mind. The hell is he thinking? And then when they got out and tried to run, I was like, where was you going? Y'all on the freeway. Where was you going, man, after the high-speed chase? He's like, I don't know, man. He said, everything just went so fast. I was like, man, they had you, man.
A female attorney called, calling in behalf of Marcus because he had just gotten arrested for robbing a bank. I just hung up the phone. What was going through my mind at that time, I think I felt like I was having a heart attack.
When all that happened and went down, it hurt my feelings because, why you gotta go that far? It bothered me a lot because that's my dude. The porn was cool, the drugs was cool, but now you talking federal. Like, are you ever gonna get out?
We get booked. Initially, it was a state case. Well, because it's FDIC bank, it actually gets turned over to the feds, so the feds pick it up. I didn't say shit. I assumed everybody said the same thing. Raja hired his own attorney, started kind of acting funny like, oh man, I gotta do what's best for me and my daughter. I'm like, dude, best for your daughter? You the one who came up with the bank robbery to begin with, so what the hell are you talking about? Charlie, he spilled the beans, man. He told him everything. Charlie went to trial, got 15 years. Raja, he got 6 years or 7 years. He ended up doing like 5.5. I got sentenced to 120 months in federal prison. It was a serious reality check. I got sent to Lompoc USP. While I was in federal prison, I didn't get visits from anybody. It just really kind of showed me that I needed to change the way I viewed life, and it just made me more determined to get out and be that much more successful. When I was released in 2008, I was released to a halfway house in South Central. I was just trying to find my way, try to figure out a way to find my own little gimmick. While in the feds, that's where I actually came up with the concept for Fresh Out, which was gonna be the reality show I want to do, where I interview guys who have been through the system. My whole thing was trying to show more of a positive side, but at the same time, just a reality of what really happens to the people after prison, whether good or bad. And so I hooked up with my business partner, Big Ant, And we shot our first episode in 2013.
Big Herc, fresh out. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there, and some of it true, some of it not true. So I'm gonna let this man kind of give his story.
The premise was to be a deterrent, but also a positive influence to show these youngsters that prison is not to be glamorized. Our show is all about bringing the real, sharing experiences, you know, motivating you to make a positive change. And that's what we've been able to do. I mean, I have people from all over the world, you know, emailing us, you know, saying that, Big Herc, man, I wish you were my dad. You know, I watch your show. I stopped using drugs. I went and got a job. I couldn't reach my kids, but I had them watch your series, and now they're listening to me. It's so moving to us because it means that we're making an impact.
I'm grateful that he's able to be an example to people. You know, I'm just excited that he's moving in the right direction. I appreciate him growing and learning from his experience.
You're gonna make your own choices, you're gonna make your own decisions, but if you can take something away from what we have to offer, hopefully it's something positive that will allow you to better yourself. And, you know, just through our message, you know, help these young people so that they can make better choices than I did.
He's got all the stories, like, I just die laughing when he talks to me about it. I'm like, you did that? Like, really, this is what you did with this chick?
Hey, that's like our fans. We got a whole following. Like Beyonce got the bees, we got the cheek busters.
Yo, man, you not gonna believe this shit, homie. Your girl just called me. She said, man, you need to go wash your ass. She said, you pulled your drawers down. You have straight dookie stains up in them drawers. Man, she told me, look, tell Big Herc to give you a bar that wash the ass so you can use that burlap that the soap is wrapped in so you can scrub them ball sacks. She said, your balls smell like some old horse nuts. She said, you was just stinking. But she said she still let you bust it down because she's nasty, but you need to go wash your ass, homie. And she said maybe next time she'll go ahead and, you know, go down there and do a little something. But she said, man, you were humming when you was down there beating it up. Wash your ass, homie.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at freshoutseries.com.
Go to the Herc store at bigherc916.com and pick you up a bar of soap so you can wash that ass, or pick you up some Never Settle for Average merch or some of the Muscleup Car Lifestyle merch. We have hats, Never Settle for Average, got the Muscleup t-shirts. We also have the Never Settle for Average tank tops. Got the Muscleup Car Lifestyle hoodies. Got the beanie caps. Hey man, represent. And I know you guys aren't average, so pick you up some swag and step your game up.
Hello, I'm Big Herc 916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.